you're good to go.
Great. Thank you. Welcome everybody to our monthly-ish meeting of the Avening Hall Board. We will get going with an approval of the agenda. The agenda has been distributed, and I would like to add under new business, if I could, Kayla, moving of the new what do we call that, trailer, I guess, that's on the hall property. If I could put that under 3. Does anybody have any other business or anything that needs to be changed on the agenda?
I would like to add renting our sign at the hall.
Oh, perfect. Renting the sign. We'll put that. Oh, I just closed my agenda. Let's put that under new business as well. Anything else that needs to be added or amended on the agenda as was distributed? Okay, we got a mover and a seconder for the amended agenda then. Great. Melanie and Lori, and all in favor? Great. We'll consider the agenda adopted. Thank you. We'll consider the agenda adopted as amended. At this point, I would ask anyone who needs to disclose a pecuniary interest to do so. Hearing none, we will move on to approval of the minutes from April 8th. Be it resolved that the Avening Community Center Board hereby accepts the minutes. The minutes were distributed. Is there any questions or comments on the minutes from April 8th? Hearing none, we'll ask for a mover and a seconder. I have Melanie and Tina, thank you. And any further discussion on the minutes? One last time, great. And all in favor of the minutes? Seeing lots of hands, perfect. Consider those carried. The next agenda item is Business Rising Small Halls Festival cancellation update. The small halls were officially canceled in April. We received notice from Amanda. I believe I forwarded that to everybody. Correct me if I'm wrong. But that happened. So the Small Halls Festival will not be happening this year in the fall of 2021 due to, of course, the pandemic. Fundraising subcommittee update. So at our last meeting, we talked about establishing a fundraising committee. I have a few members to put forward for that. If anybody else does as well, that would be great. One person I haven't actually talked to who had expressed an interest is Carol Robotham. I don't know if anybody's had any talks with her, but I have Trina. I have 4 names actually. Well, 3 names for sure, and one who I need to confirm. But so Trina Burlow is interested in taking part, as well as Bonnie McPherson and Rick from just in the manse there, and Keith, who bought the church. He's also expressed an interest, so I need to touch base with him about it. But does anybody have any other names?
I do not.
Okay.
No.
Are any hall board members interested in being part of that, the fundraising committee? All right. I think we got a good group. I think Sarah will be interested in being part of that, and I can help out with that as well. So I'd like to put those names forward at this point. I don't have all the last names, and I apologize. And I will talk to I'll talk to Carol and see if she's interested as well. I'll make a point of reaching out to her because she had in the past expressed an interest. But like to put those names forward for now for the hall board. Is there any discussion on anyone there? Hearing none, I guess we'll consider those. Do we need to move them as members
Yes, because you're creating a subcommittee, you'll have to make a motion to appoint those members.
Okay, great. So we moved last meeting to create this subcommittee. So I guess now we're just appointing these folks as members of that committee, right?
Correct.
Great. So I would like to move. Can I move? I would like to I'd like to have a motion made to put Trina Burlow, Bonnie McPherson, Rick, and Keith as part of that subcommittee, and I will follow up with the last names as I can. Apologies. And I'll put my name forward as well, Bill Hewitt. And a mover and a seconder for those names. Oh, Lori and Claire, perfect. Okay, and any further discussion on that? Okay, great, and all in favor? Melanie, I'm gonna consider that your hand being raised.
I think she might have a question.
Maybe.
She froze?
She looks frozen.
Yeah.
I think so. Okay. Hopefully she comes back to us. Small halls, AODA, and moving forward is the next item on the agenda. There has been some discussion amongst hall board chairs started by Gord Kemp from Duntruin and about having a hall board chairs meeting that has been. It's been a little while, I guess, to get put together, but it looks like it's going to go ahead next Thursday at this point. So the hall board chairs are meeting with Terry Vachon, with the CAO John Ferguson, and with Mayor Doug Measures to discuss all things hall board AODA related, renovation related next Thursday. So I am going to be attending that meeting and I will report back. At this point, I don't have anything more to report. I know the intention was to have something go forward to the May 10th council meeting, and maybe Councillor Lamers, you can update us on. I noticed that wasn't on the agenda, and I'm not sure if you can shed some light on updates in that regard.
Terry is talking about coming to council with a bunch of stuff, but I don't think it's on Monday night's agenda. So he's still waiting to hear back from all the halls. He hasn't heard back from all the halls yet because a lot of them are doing surveys to see what the towns and villages how much they want to participate in fundraising for the halls and how much interest is in the community for the halls.
Okay. All right. Okay, great. Thank you for that. Any questions about that at this point? Comments at all? All right. I guess we'll report back at our next. I will report back at the next meeting about what happened at the hall board chairs meeting, and hopefully, Councillor Lamers, you'll have something to report from the council table when we next meet. Next item on the agenda is a rental update. Maybe actually, if it's okay with everybody, maybe this is a good time to talk about the sign rentals, Claire, since we probably won't talk about many other rentals.
The only one we've got. So the Creemore BOD has sent me an email asking if they can use this sign to post or to advertise their market, their farmers market. So apparently they had done this in the past and paid $50 a month. Now maybe Karen, is Karen with us tonight? I don't know.
No, she wasn't feeling well. Yeah.
So I guess they've been paying $50 a month. That rental did not go through me. I don't know who it went through. But previous, they've used our sign and they were paying $50 a month. They do go on to say how they're struggling like so many other organizations. and they don't have funding at this time to rent the sign, but they would like to use the sign. Does anybody have any issues about that? Like,
I mean, the sign's been the same for a year,
Yeah.
over a year at this
over a
point.
year.
Yeah.
So,
There shouldn't be a problem with it as long as if we have something coming up that we're okay to take their advertisement off and put our advertisement on it.
right, okay,
and-
I can certainly bring that up. And I was just going to, if it was okay with everyone, I was just going to give this Helen, I think it's Helen, my key to the hall and let her just deal with the letters and putting the sign up, and if she needs to change it, she
Beautiful.
can change it. And then that's limiting the contact for me.
Sure.
If everybody's okay with that. But like Bill said, like I've noticed, like our sign has not changed. And I think if we can support something that is going forward, then that's probably our best bet. My opinion.
Yeah, I know. I recall this from a couple of winters back. I think they were doing winter markets, and they wanted they had the sign. They used the sign through the winter months to promote the Christmas market, and I think they did one in February and one in March, and then maybe like an Easter market. And I think they promoted all of those. It wasn't in the peak season. It was in the winter months, but I think, given everything, I think it's fine. Yeah.
And
I agree.
as long as we say
I
that
agree.
if something happens that we need the sign, we get the sign.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
All right. So let's have a motion for that then. Claire, do you want to move that was it the BIA or was it the farmers market?
It's the BOD.
Oh,
Do you know who that is? Creemore BOD. That's who was on the email.
okay.
Um,
I don't know who that is. BOD. Okay. All right. So we will allow them to use the sign for their promotion, as long as it's not interfering with Avening Hall events.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So it's
Do we want to?
8th of October. Helen Martin, Chair BOD.
Yeah, that's right.
Creemore Farmers Market.
Helen Martin, that's right. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, great. So do we have a seconder for that? Great, Lori. And any discussion on that? Any more discussion on that? Great. And so all in favor? Excellent. Okay. Anything else, Claire?
Nope, I have no rentals. That's my rental update.
Unfortunately, Karen's not able to be with us tonight to provide a treasurer's report, so we will just move along from that. Does anybody have any questions about the finances or anything at this point? Try and discuss them or answer them as we need to. No. Okay. So moving on to new business, the trailer was Midwest Metals, which is no longer Midwest Metals, had asked to swap us the trailer that they had donated a while ago. And so they promised they'd give us a new one, and they have. However, it is, kind of in it's not in the middle of the parking lot, but it's in a predominant place in the hall. Is there any way, I don't know, Claire, if or Ed, I'm not sure, if we can get that trailer, if someone has the equipment to move it to where it was and get it leveled out, like along the fence line at the back there.
Was it too wet when they returned it? Is that why it was just parked there?
Yeah,
Or too
possible.
much snow or something?
Correct.
okay. Ed, do you want to talk to to Joan about maybe getting that moved, or do you think that would be a possibility?
Yes, I can get someone to somehow.
Okay.
back into the,
Yeah, just along the fence line there and leveled out would be great, I think.
I
Okay,
can ask Tom
perfect.
too, but not for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's busy time for Tom for sure. Okay, and I'm assuming that like that all of the like everything's all in there, the picnic tables and everything, the tent. I haven't looked in it, but I'm assuming like you know, the deal was basically everything that was in the trailer would be transferred and put back in place. So I'm just assuming that happened. I can't see why it wouldn't have.
You look.
Oh.
I never looked, but I just assumed it was.
Yeah. I don't have any reason to think it's not, but okay,
Neither.
great. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Ed. And any other business that we need to discuss tonight? This might be a record.
Fingers crossed.
Oh, there's a playoff game to watch, right, Claire?
That's right. Come on.
Okay. Next meeting on the agenda, we have it scheduled for Thursday, June 17th at 7:30 p.m. How do people feel about that date? Just checking my calendar.
It's fine.
I'm good.
Okay,
Fine with me.
great. We can talk about the beef. Oh, jeez, sorry.
Oh, the beef barbecue.
Okay, great. 7:30 p.m. on May 17th. We'll
June
have our-
17th.
Sorry, that would be going back. We need a DeLorean to get to that one. All right, June 17th. Yes. Great.
I can't make that one. But that's-
No,
No,
should we
Later.
make it a week? Should we make it a week later?
no,
When-
everyone else is okay. I can't make it that evening.
Okay.
I'm here.
Tina's here. That's all.
Tina's here. Well, she'll keep you in line, so
Yeah.
perfect. Okay, we'll make that June the 17th at 7:30. All right. We need a motion to adjourn. Okay, Tina and Melanie. Great. Thanks, everybody. Stay
Good night.
safe out there. Good night.